French! I just learned something. You want to see your magic trick? Yeah, sure. Yes! Wait, can you see that cup? I don't see anything in there. Alright. Now take this out. Boom! Alright, look closer now. Okay. Alright, check your computer to know how to make it. Oh, I need that.
Lead on, because we're Moorelands kids. Lead on, and we know where we're going. Yeah, we're all here to spread some cheer and help you all to grow. With our HQs and me and you, come with us and you'll know. Lead on, because we're Moorelands kids. Lead on, and we know where we're going.
Alright guys, so to make our balloon cup shooters, we'll need a few objects. We'll need a balloon, a cup, a pair of scissors, and some tape. Step number 1. We take our pair of scissors. Now remember to be careful when using scissors or any sharp objects because we don't want to get injured. So with our scissors, we'll cut the top of the balloon off. So I already did it. You should have a hole about that big. Remember to cut the end that's opposite to the one where you blow because otherwise the balloon won't be able to stretch enough. Now, step number 2. Very important one, but very tricky too. Depending on the type of cup you're using, if you're using a plastic cup like I am today, or if you're using a paper cup. Now we'll need to cut the bottom of the cup here opposite to where the rim is. So please, for this step, ask one of your parents to help you out because we'll need to use a pair of scissors to dig a hole into the side of the cup, just like that. Dig a hole into the side of the cup and cut around. This can be very tricky, especially if you're using a plastic cup like I am because it's a hard surface to cut into. So please remember to ask your parents for help and do this step very slowly so you don't injure yourself. Alright. Whew. Now that the bottom of the cup is open and cut, we'll need to take our tape, take little pieces of tape, and tape all around the bottom of the cup where you just cut, because this part can be very sharp and we can cut ourselves on that, and that's absolutely not what we want. So we'll use the tape as a security measure to make sure that the edge is smooth, and so whenever we put our finger through it or whenever we touch it, we don't injure ourselves and it's just really smooth, just like that. So a few more pieces of tape. There you go. If you have colored tape, please go ahead and make it and customize it as much as you want. I'm using clear tape today because that's the only one I have. But if you have different color tape or if you have duct tape, that works perfectly well as well too. Alright, it should look like that at the end. See, with the tape all around the bottom here and the rim. Now flip it, take your balloon. Now that can also be a tricky part because you'll need to stretch your balloon as much as you can to put it over the rim of the cup. Like that. Oh. Yeah, this part can be a little tricky because balloons, depending on the size of a cup you're using, balloons usually don't stretch out that much. Okay, I'm getting there. Just you pull, try to make it as tight as possible. That way you'll be able to throw your objects further. There you go. Alright, last step, very important. You need to take the end of your balloon and tie a knot at the end. So to do this, you'll need to stretch out the end like that. Stretch as much as you can. Put it around 2 fingers. Try to make it like a 4. I don't know if you can see it properly. There we go, make a 4. And then put the end through the little hole where the 4 is and pull. Whew. Just like that. Once again, do not hesitate to ask your parents for help, especially on tying the knot, because balloons can, although they're very stretchy, they can be hard to make, like to tie at the end too. And there you are. Here's our little cup shooter. All right, I am back now, all dry, all clean, and I even had time to make this balloon cup shooter. Now I'll have to admit, even though it was used to prank me in a very clever way, it's still an awesome craft to make because you can use it with a lot of different objects and you can play different games with it. The best object to use it with, however, are ping pong balls because they're super light and their shape allows them to go super fast and super quickly. But you can really shoot anything with that. You can shoot paper balls, you can shoot little toys, as long as you clean after, because you don't want to lose them. Or you can even shoot out candies, which is my favorite. And in terms of the games you can play, you can use it to shoot at object, as long as you don't break them, and as long as it's either on your desk or on the floor. Or you can also use it to make a competition with your siblings or your parents to see who can throw something the highest or who can throw something the furthest. Endless possibilities. Now, when doing that, you need to make sure of two things. You need to make sure that you're extra careful, either when you're making it, not to injure yourself because you were using scissors, or also not to injure other people. You don't want to aim it at other people. You don't want to shoot at other people either. And the second thing you need to keep in mind when making this balloon cup shooter are the habits and qualities for this week, which are achieve more together and trustworthiness. You need to remember to choose your goals together and share your strengths. And never forget to do your part. And in order to be trustworthy, you gotta remember to be honest, play by the rules, have the courage to do the right thing, and most importantly, build a good reputation. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time.